The cursed verse, there's a poem that anyone who reads it has nightmares. In the heart of Guiyang, overshadowed by the glittering lights of its surrounding structures, the Motai building stood as a notorious specter on the city's skyline. By day, it was just another construction abandoned mid-stride. But when the moon ascended its throne in the midnight sky, an otherworldly darkness engulfed the structure, sending shivers down the spines of those who dared to glance its way. It was whispered among the locals that the Motai building was a ghost building, a realm where the spirits of the departed intertwined with the realm of the living. Curiosity and fear danced hand in hand around this eerie monument, drawing those who dared to seek the unknown. Among them was a netizen known as Zim_RPiao, who, fueled by the whispers of ghostly tales, embarked on a journey with friends to uncover the secrets of the Motai building. As the clock struck midnight on the 18th of June, Zim_RPiao and her companions found themselves standing in the shadow of the Motai building. The neighboring structures bathed in light, but the ghostly edifice remained enshrouded in impenetrable darkness. A foreboding silence hung in the air, disrupted only by the muffled sounds of distant cries and eerie whispers. The entrance to the building, sealed shut, denied them access to the mysterious interior. Undeterred, Zim_RPiao scanned the desolate surroundings and stumbled upon a peculiar discovery. A poem intricately carved into the wall near the elevator entrance. Its verses seemed to pulsate with an unnatural energy, as if the words themselves were etched in the language of the supernatural. There was thunder in the sky, and a thunder struck her breast. It's strange that Wang Shui came to beat you, which one called you to talk a lot. The poem, positioned in an obscure corner, cast an unsettling spell on those who laid eyes upon it. According to Zim_RPiao, every person who encountered this cryptic verse fell victim to haunting nightmares. A sinister force seemed to emanate from the words, weaving an inescapable web of terror around the souls of those who dared to read it. Though the group could not breach the closed gates of the Motai building, the discovery of the ominous poem fueled their imagination. Was this verse the key to the alleged haunting? Who was Wang Shui, and what malevolent force did the words conceal? The answers, obscured in the depths of the building, eluded their grasp. In the virtual realm, a netizen named Whoami claimed to have conversed with former residents of the ghost building. Their stories painted a macabre tableau of a place tainted by sorrow. The driver told me that he used to live in that building, shared Whoami. One night half a year ago, a miserable cry sounded again in a room on the roof, and several brave men went to the weeping room. Through the window, I saw a shadow in white pajamas inside, floating straight over, and several of them scattered like crazy. After that night, there were only 2 houses left in the building. The chilling account hinted at a presence lingering within the walls of the forsaken structure. A specter draped in white, haunting the memories of those who witnessed its ethereal descent. Could this be the ghostly manifestation of the woman rumored to have met a tragic end within the building? The woman who was, allegedly, pregnant at the time of her demise? Netizen Marlborough from Lingian Island claimed to possess the darkest secrets of the Motai building's haunting. There is indeed this thing, a woman died in that building before, and she was still pregnant. The revelation sent a shiver down the collective spine of the online community. Was the ghostly presence entwined with the tragic fate of this woman named Wang Shui? Speculations swirled like ghostly whispers in the wind, amplifying the mystery surrounding the cursed structure. As the debate raged on regarding the authenticity of the haunting, a divide emerged among netizens. Some embraced the supernatural narrative, their belief rooted in the eerie testimonies and unsettling encounters. Others dismissed the tales, asserting that the Motai building was merely an abandoned project, Devoid of the spectral inhabitants whispered about in hushed tones. The line between reality and the supernatural blurred further. When reports surfaced of those who claimed to have glimpsed shadows moving behind the darkened windows of the Motai building, footsteps echoed in empty hallways, and ghostly apparitions left imprints on the minds of those who ventured too close. The skeptics found themselves grappling with unexplainable occurrences, forced to confront the possibility that the ghostly tales held a grain of truth. A sinister energy seemed to pulse through the poem etched into the walls of the Motai building. As word of its haunting verses spread, the online community found itself entangled in a web of dread and fascination. Users shared their nightmares, each one more chilling than the last, as the curse of Wang Shui permeated the collective consciousness. The veil between the living and the dead seemed to thin as the legend of the haunted Motai building grew. Unseen forces whispered through the city, carrying with them the haunting verses that clawed at the minds of those who dared to listen. The poem, a malevolent relic, became a harbinger of terror, casting a pall over the city of Guiyang. In the heart of the night, the Motai building stood as a silent sentinel, its windows reflecting the ghostly glow of the moon. The echoes of grumbling and miserable cries reverberated through its haunted halls, and the flickering lights in the hallway danced to an otherworldly rhythm. The cursed poem, a macabre symphony, played on the minds of those who sought to unravel its secrets, ensnaring them in a labyrinth of nightmares from which there seemed to be no escape. The legend of the Motai building persisted, a chilling testament to the thin veil that separated the living from the dead. Whether the haunting was a manifestation of collective fear, or a genuine convergence of the supernatural remained uncertain. One thing, however, was undeniable: the cursed verse, like a malevolent spectre, continued to cast its shadows over the city, ensuring that anyone who dared to read it would be haunted by nightmares that transcended the realm of the living.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and put notification on to watch more videos. If you have similar experience as per the story, please comment and let me know. How was your experience?